What's going on? My name is Trevor, and this is how I was able to generate my client over $50,000 in just 90 days with email and SMS marketing. No discounts, no sales, and no extra work for the client. So as you can see, we were able to use email and SMS marketing. This is a screenshot from their Klaviyo account from the last 90 days, March 1st to May 31st of 2025. We were able to generate over $50,000 in revenue between email and SMS. So phase one of this and how we were able to do this is growing the email list. So a lot of people sleep on this part of it and growing it, and I'll get into this soon, but we were able to add on over 3,300 people to the email list and over 2,500 people to the SMS list, growing the SMS list by 73% and the email list by 54%. And this is why it was so dang successful. We were able to successfully A/B test the client from 8% to a 15.79% submit rate over 90 days, leading to over 6.1 thousand submissions and $27,000 in revenue generated. Boom, boom. That's how you get the 6.1K submissions, right? So on average, most brands are going to sit at a 3 to 5% opt-in rate. But through A/B testing, I was able to, again, get this person to almost 16%. But why is it so important to have a really good opt-in rate? Because most people will just throw up a opt-in and just take it for what it is, okay? The reason why this is so important is, number one, it grows your list, so you have more people to send campaigns to as you grow your brand. The bigger the list, the more people you can contact. But number two, it puts people in your welcome series so they can get educated on your brand, get caught up, and understand why you're different. Plus, it puts people in your abandonment flows, which I'll get into later in this doc, allowing you to reach out to them even if they're not reaching checkout. So the only way to send someone checkout emails is if they actually start checkout, because they have to give you their email there. But if we can successfully grab it before they make it to checkout, if they only add something to cart, then we can still email them. We can still send them text, things like that. So that's why it's so dang important. And it's cheaper to do this because email and SMS gives you a cheaper cost of acquisition because you're not relying on ads to bring people back to your website. So what kind of pop-ups work best? You got the straight for the kill. So this is going to be your offer and opt-in. The quiz opt-in. So if you have a product that solves a problem where you're in the supplements niche, I highly recommend using a quiz offer opt-in. And then the permission. So this is going to be your offer plus what would you like? Would you like your code? Yes or no? So what kinds of offers work best? So obviously we have the discount. So it's going to be, you have 10% off, you have 15% off, get your code. But the best right now that I see working super well is the mystery discount. And the mystery discount, and honestly, all of these offers can be applied to all these different types of pop-ups. So mystery offer seems to be working the best across the board. Every brand that I've seen using a mystery discount, including my clients and myself, are absolutely ripping with the mystery discount. However, with this client, we're just using a straight for the kill. You have 15% off and then straight into the sign up. Also, you could do free shipping or cash back, which is basically a fancy way of doing in-store credit. So some free sauce with your pop-up to also get you to the numbers like these is people are automatically going to go to the top right corner to exit your pop-up. I'm sure you've done it too. Whenever you see someone's pop-up come up, you're going right to the top right. What you want to do is take that exit button that is always in the top right, move it to the top left, or you want to hide it and get rid of it and just have a no thanks button at the bottom. That way people can still, get out of the opt-in, but they can there's not that button in the top right for them to click. Sorry, this is like my 13th time recording this, so I'm losing my mind, but we're getting it done. Anyways, also what you want to do is give people their code as soon as they opt in on the website, because this is going to give you a higher conversion rate. Because if they have to leave the website to go track down their code in their Gmail account, their Apple account, wherever, there's going to be another email in there. It could be from their boss. There could be a different iMessage if you send people to their SMS provider like iMessage. You could be an angry text from a girlfriend. You don't know, but they could get distracted over there. So keeping people on the website is our main goal, which can lead to a higher conversion rate. As I would say here, $27,000 in attributed revenue over 90 days. Pretty crazy stuff. Also, good CTA, you want to use like reveal my code, I'm in, instead of, subscribe or join or whatever. You want to make it more interactive. So automations. So this is automated email and SMS that will literally make your brand money as you sleep. So the flows we made for this brand have generated this brand over 30 grand in just 90 days. And this is because the common issue with most brands is their flows are not long enough to stay in front of a buyer decision cycle. So what a buyer decision cycle is people are going to come to your website, look around, maybe even add something to cart, but they're not going to get paid for a few more days. But they still have a couple questions about your product. They're not sure it's for them. So what you need to do is make your flows longer so that they go for about 5 to 7 days, specifically for the welcome and the abandonment flows, because these are going to be your acquisition flows. So once we extended these, and also our flows don't operate on discounts primarily. So if I had to guess, this is what your abandoned checkout flow looks like right now. It's going to be a discount reminder, and then a discount last chance that spans about 2 days. Our flow here for abandonment spans, I think, about 8 days, something like that. It's generated over $1,500 in revenue in the last 90 days. And the first 3 emails have nothing to do with the discount. We're going to nudge them, provide them with social proof, and then provide them with risk reversals and unique selling propositions so that our brand stands out amongst our competition. And then they get a discount once they've been further educated about our brand and what makes us different. So these are the flows that you gotta have if you're gonna start taking email much more seriously. And these are the lengths that you're gonna want these to be. So you got your welcome, browse abandonment, checkout abandonment, cart abandonment, site abandonment, post-purchase, and win back. Common misconception real quick is that a lot of people think they have an abandoned cart flow set up. They don't. They have the checkout abandonment set up, and it's 2 different triggers. I can set that up for you if you would like. I'll get into how that works in just a moment, but maybe I'll make another video on this. Anyways, phase 3, campaigns. So a lot of people mess up campaigns as well because they don't want to send to their list. They think they're going to annoy people, but we were able to generate over $17,000 in revenue over the last 90 days by sending to our list 3 to 4 times a week, with SMS going out 1 to 2 times per week. So what we want to do for this to actually be effective, number 1, is segment, right? We do not want to be sending to the entire list unless you're just now building it, because who else are you going to send it to? You got to start somewhere. But if you haven't been sending your list, you do not want to send to everybody, because you're going to have deliverability problems. You're going to end up in spam. You're going to end up in the promotions tab. It's just going to be no bueno, and your email is not going to be as effective. SMS, you don't really have to deal with this as much. You should be able to rip right off the cord. Anyways, as time goes on, people are just not going to open your emails. They're not going to care, but they're just not going to unsubscribe. It's just part of the game, dude. It is what it is. And there's also going to be gurus out there that are going to tell you need to hyper segment your list and send emails to your the second your customer buys X product on the second moon phase of Pluto. No, you do not need to do that. That's too confusing. I've generated over $700,000 in email revenue alone, and never once have I ever sent to some crazy segment. All you need to do is send to your engaged lists. So this is going to be your 14-day. If you have a dead list, start here. 30-day, 60-day, 90-day. And by engaged, I mean people that clicked or opened your emails. 60-day seems to be the sweet spot. I have the most luck between my brand, the brands I help. 60-day just works the best if you have a healthy list, you have healthy deliverability. A good way to check if you have good deliverability, number 1, there's different websites you can use, but a really good test is to send an email to your entire list. And if you have really low open rates, not a good sign. And by low open rates, I mean under 30%, under 40% even. I know a lot of the average is a 35% open rate in e-commerce, but my clients and myself, we see close to 50% open rates. Depending on the client, I even get 68% open rates. Absolutely nuts. Pretty crazy list. But yeah, what kind of emails do you want to send? Because this is also going to be your next question. What kind of emails were we sending for this to be effective? You want to send value emails. So not a lot of brands get this wrong. And this is why they say email's dead, because quite frankly, the emails just suck. They're probably discount-based emails, sale emails, or just buy our stuff emails, nothing good. So how do we make value emails? So here, let me give you 2 weeks of email ideas that you can use. So All you have to do is use different angles like tips and tricks, myth busters, plain text founder emails, founder story emails, brand updates, how to use, one benefit, one ingredient, one feature with social proof, and much, much, much more. Now, I can't show my client emails, so here are some bangers that capture this idea perfectly. So here's some banger ideas. So obviously, how to pull a shot of espresso, beautiful email. This is like a product launch email from Lemmy, and then Dr. Squatch, one of the goats of email. It's a true or false about their product. Pretty fire. But these emails are much more pleasant to look at, and you can actually get some value from them, especially this how to pull a shot of espresso. What a banger, dude. Absolutely cooked. So what do we do from here? So personally, I'm going to continue scaling this client. We've already generated $8,600 in email and SMS revenue this month, and we're actually up 47% from last month. So pretty dope stuff. But the way I see it, you have two options. You can book a call with me, and we can see if we're a good fit to work together. And in that case, I will implement everything I've showed you today to drive 25 to 35% of your revenue solely from email and SMS in the next 60 days. Or you could take what I've learned from this video, or take what I've taught you from this video and apply it yourself, which is going to be just time consuming, and it's easy to get lost in the sauce and would be much easier to work with me because the time delay on that's going to be a lot shorter. What do you get if you work with me? So if you choose to book a call and we find that it's a good relationship, what would you be getting? What are your deliverables? Or my deliverables, I should say. You're going to get full email and SMS strategy, design, copy, execution, A to Z, everything done for you. Unlimited email and SMS campaign requests. So once we build out the calendar, if you have something that comes up, just let me know and we'll get something built out. I know how things get. Sometimes you have inventory show up last minute and you need to do a quick restock. Totally cool. All flows rebuilt and optimized. So I'll build out all those flows I talked about previously. We're going to optimize your pop-up form. We're going to get full email calendar, monthly performance reporting via Zoom and Loom videos, depending on timelines and things like that. We can even do weekly, whatever works best for you. The Trello project board for transparency. So this is basically a to-do list that we can share so you can see exactly what I'm working on when I'm working on it. Direct Slack access to me. So communication is super easy. And then most importantly, 25 to 35% of your revenue coming from email and SMS. So here's the timeline of what this looks like. So the 60-day roadmap. Week 1, we'll get you onboarded. We'll get everything set up. We'll begin sending up that campaign calendar so you can approve it. Week 2, we're going to start sending those campaigns, start building out those flows, and start testing. Week 3, we're going to start optimizing based on the data that we gather in week 2 and onward. And then beyond day 30, we're going to keep optimizing your flows, keep optimizing your campaigns, and keep optimizing your list growth so that your email and SMS marketing is just a fully automated machine of revenue for your business. So if you're ready to drive 25 to 35% of your revenue with email and SMS, guaranteed or I will contractually be obligated to refund you, making this a 100% risk-free offer, then click this link. I also have the price available on the booking page because I believe in price transparency. I hate getting on calls, not knowing what I'm fully getting myself into. I want you to have all the information necessary to book this call and be successful. So I list the price on the booking page. So if you're interested in booking a call and working with me, or even just seeing the price, click the link below and we'll schedule up a time to talk and see if this is something that is worth the plug into your business. Until then, peace out. Appreciate you watching the video to this point. Anyways, peace.